I'm live. I actually just did a live video with my buddy Clay Dennis. And now I've got another one coming up with another buddy. What's really weird about doing these live videos is you have them scheduled throughout the day. Like I'm going to do one here, here, here. And then technology doesn't work with you or everybody's schedules change. And then you end up having to go, nope, I'm going to do them all in an hour. You squeeze them all into an hour. So thanks to Clay Dennis for jumping on with me. But I got another buddy of mine that I'm bringing up. And this is his second time through. So we should be able to say stuff that offends people at this point. I'm just kidding. What's going on, Chris?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Pretty good. All right, let's get this out of the way. Tell everybody the name of the company you work for, and then we'll start our conversation.
Echelon Fitness Multimedia LLC is a Chattanooga-based company. We are a connected fitness company, and what I mean by connected is that our products connect to our app, the Echelon Fit app, and we stream live and on-demand content to your home, so you can work out at home and enjoy the benefits of cardio and strength training at your house instead of going to the gym.
Well, and just to let's kind of me and you revisit a conversation that we had last time to bring everybody up to speed. Now more than ever, this year that has been well received because I don't know if everybody knows this, but we've been quarantined. And so the community that we were all kind of experiencing at the gym went away for a while. And I think products like yours have kind of helped bring that back a little bit.
Absolutely. I think that, and what our product does is allow for people to still have that social interaction, that level of competition, the level of being pushed by a community or a group. But you can do it in the confines of your house. You don't have to go to the gym to have social hour or that community feel anymore. You can do it right from your home.
Yeah, I interviewed Nicole, and I'm on Nicole Griffin.
Yep, she's our number one instructor. She's the most animated, outgoing person you probably ever met. I'm sure you saw that, but she's very talented. She does the Tangerine crafts where she takes reclaimed parts of Chattanooga and makes art out of it. And then what she's been able to do on our platform, she's actually been picked to work out with Mario in his initial videos and marketing.
Whoa. Don't let Big Thomas and drop that in there, a little name drop. You're like, it was Mario.
I just said Mario.
Yeah, so I get it. But so, if you've watched my podcast, but more likely you've seen Nicole on one of the ads for Echelon or on her Facebook page because she is we use the word bubbly, but she is a energetic dynamo. She has got some energy. Absolutely. But when you drop Mario in there, talking about Mario, the game, are you talking about what kind of Mario? Who's Mario, dude?
So since the last time we've talked, we've actually finalized a deal with Mario Lopez. He, as many people remember from Saved by the Bell, and then he's on television, and then they just did a relaunch of Saved by the Bell, which he's a part of. But Mario Lopez is going to be our corporate ambassador for Echelon Fitness. He is going to be on board here in the next couple of weeks. We're going to do all his marketing and press and photo shoots and all that stuff, get that out of the way. And then he's going to be a part of our advertising, marketing, and you'll get to work out with him. He'll have classes that he does, and you'll be able to work out with Mario Lopez in your home.
Well, bring him on one of our videos because I got a bone to pick with him. Here's the bone to pick with him. Are you ready?
I'm ready, man.
So I've raised 3 kids, one that's 31 and one that's about to turn 22. He's 31 or 32. I think he's turned 32. I got to get that straight in my head. And then my daughter is 16, and all 3 are huge Saved by the Bell fans, all 3 of them. So I was watching it when it was kind of just coming out, and then I was watching it now that it's been in reruns. And when it first came, when my youngest started watching it, I would sit there like this, Saved by the Bell, watching a stupid kids movie, and then it got to, oh, that's pretty cool. What's Slater gonna do?
They do corny very well.
Here's then what happened is my kids would not be watching it. I would be watching it. Okay. I would be sitting there going, and my kids would walk in the room going, Dad, are you watching Saved by the Bell? I'm like,
no, I'm not.
No, but I mean, I got hooked.
Exactly right.
I blame him.
The thing about Saved by the Bell is it's still relatable, I guess, is why your kids love it, is because all the high school issues we all had are still relevant today. It's just now we have cell phones and instant, everybody knows that so-and-so broke up with so-and-so in 10 seconds versus, the rest of the school day or something.
Well, and then they also use those cell phones on the TV show like this. They're the big ones,
I had one of those. I had the Motorola brick phone that my dad actually, because I was still in high school when that was popular, and my dad had one. So of course, I put it in my back pocket because I wanted to be Zach Morris. So
Yes.
that's what it was.
But you're
But
younger than me too, though. So my cell phone was still
just a
in the
little bit.
car. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're 10 years younger than me, I think.
Yeah. I'm 42.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, it was a cool show, and that I followed it all the way up through the college years, and then they had that one where Kelly and Zach got married or something like that, and then it kind of disappeared for the last, I don't know, 15, 20 years or something like that. But now they're bringing it back, and we're excited about Mario. He still has a lot of popularity with the E network, and it's a lot of relevance, and he's in unbelievable shape. I
That's what I
mean,
was gonna say. He's in shape.
unbelievable shape. It's ridiculous. So he still looks the same. Really, I mean, you could maybe see it a little bit in his eyes or whatever, as we all do. But he's aged gracefully. So we're excited about having him.
Yeah, that'll be cool, and that will be a good combination between him and Nicole. I'll look forward to that. That'll be some good energy in a room.
Absolutely.
So, well, last time we talked, though, you had the reflex, which are your mirrors where you can stand in front of it. I'm sure you can program it and get your workout.
Sure.
You had your bikes. And when I was on with Nicole, I did not know this because me and you didn't go down the detail rabbit hole like she and I did on some of the products. But on some of the bikes, depending on your price point, but you can actually turn that monitor around
Mm-hmm.
and you can stand up in front of it and do. I didn't had no clue.
Yeah, so all of our products, even the new treadmills and the rowers that we have, and the bikes specifically, even the ones without the screen that you use an iPad, you can flip it. And the reason why you want to do that is we have off the bike or off the product programming called Fit Pass, and you do your yoga, your Pilates, your HIIT training. We have kickboxing, we have boxing, we have strength training, cardio, everything. We even have nutrition classes. So what that allows you to do is not have to move your bike around. We were laughing a little bit. Peloton released this new bike about 3 weeks ago, and one of their features that they spent a good 10 seconds on in the commercial was this turning screen, which we've had that since 2018. So
Wow.
yeah, it's a compliment, right? The greatest form of or the greatest compliment is imitation,
Yeah.
whatever the saying is. But it's always done that way, and we want to do that because what we're trying to develop now are these boot camps and these HIIT training, which is high intensity interval training. So you can go do your 10 or 15-minute run or row or bike. You jump off, then you do some cardio, your whatever, kickboxing, whatever the case may be, Pilates, yoga, and you're cycling much like you would in a class at a studio or at a gym, but you're doing it right there in your home, and you don't have to move your equipment around. You just turn the screen. So it makes things easier, more efficient, and our programming is extremely fun.
Well,
and it changes every day. I think we're at 6,200 classes now that you can take on the bike, and there's roughly around 2,000 classes of yoga, Pilates, kickboxing, all that stuff. So you're not going to run short of content.
Well, that's what I was going to say. One of the things I don't want to say it's a problem. I think one of the challenges you are addressing is people like Clint. I get bored if I'm just running on a treadmill. And I love it. And I love a rower. And I want to talk about your new treadmill in a minute too, but I love a rower, right?
Yes.
But if that's all I do, I'm going to get bored. I'll move on to something else. You guys seem to be, and girls seem to be addressing the fact of after I've done my rowing or after I've done my treadmill or after I've done my reflex, I don't have to leave the product to move to the next step of me getting my workout.
No, or you just take a quick left or right step off the product and then right into, whatever the interval training
and
is.
Tomorrow I can use it completely different.
That's correct.
That's what I like about it. It's not the same thing all the time.
No, it's not. And, the variety changes. I think we talked about last time, the scenic rides. You've got scenic rides, which you can go for a bike ride in France or Australia or whatever the case may be, or you can take a class. Or we have a free ride that you just hook your iTunes or your music to, and you can just listen to your own hard rock, rap, whatever you want to, and just pedal and just get the heart rate up, get some sweat going.
Barry Manilow.
There's something for. I know you like to work out to the Barry.
Little Yanni, thank you.
Little Yachty, yeah, Little Yachty. Yeah, I'm learning about the littles, right? The little baby, Little Yachty.
Yeah.
So my son is 16 as well, and he loves that rap. So I'm learning about all those guys. But yeah, the variety is there, and that's really to your point. People get bored easy. It becomes monotonous. You dread it, and what we're finding with this programming tied to the community and the things that we're doing to change the app so it's more interactive. You can give people high fives in the middle of a class and different things like that. That brings people back because they don't feel alone, right? You're not riding or working out alone anymore, even though some of us are still stuck in our homes. It gives you
Yeah.
a sense of community.
And remember, if you used to go to class, I'm not a I didn't used to go to a bunch of classes. I was a free weightlifting guy or a
Yeah.
sports guy, but I have been to a number of classes. But even if you just were used to going to the gym, especially when I was younger, you knew there were going to be your group of people there, right? Like if
Yeah.
I'm gonna head to the gym at 6 o'clock, I'm gonna see Chris and probably not Kevin Wright. He was buffeting it a little
It
bit,
was,
but yeah, but I'm gonna see people there that I know. Same people get that feeling from the class. I know Timmy's gonna be there, or Sally, or Bob, or
sure.
whatever, and this has kind of brought that back. But when we talked last, you had the you had the rower, you had the bike, you had the reflex, but you did not have the treadmill out yet. I don't think.
Treadmill's new.
Yeah.
We released one treadmill is called the Stride. So most of our titles are the Row, the Stride, the Connect, the Verbs, and so our treadmill series is called the Stride. The first one is going to be a BYOD, or bring your own device product. It's going to have Bluetooth connectivity and have all the classes that you expect. So much like have the bike and the rower, you're going to have a personal instructor right there helping guide you. Speed up, speed down, incline. A program versus just that monotonous, boring run, staring at a wall, not getting bored and stopping. It's going to be a complete interaction with the if you're taking a live class, they're calling you out by name. Great job here, because there's a leaderboard. So as we talked last time, very competitive. You're going to push yourself even
Yeah.
more so than you would by yourself. So all that's there, and that's really what is intriguing and brings people to the platform. Which now I think we're close to over 250,000 members. So
Well, if you live in this area too, you can also catch you. Are y'all open for workouts right now, or have y'all closed
yes,
back down?
we are open. We had to close down initially, but now that I think we have to still separate the bikes, obviously 6 feet separation, all that good stuff. But the studio is open. We invite anybody to come down. Your first class is free. You can try it out, and then from there, if you love it, and the bikes are there. The bikes that you would normally buy for your home are in the studio. So if
Where's
you
that at? Choo Choo? Is that the Choo
the
Choo?
Chattanooga Choo Choo right
Yeah.
across from the Frothy Monkey there. It's And then we're opening up a new office. Actually, we're going to take over the Craftworks building. So we're going to be right down the road from the studio, taking over the Craftwork building. We're opening a 22,000 square foot office here in Chattanooga. So we're
Is
growing.
that because, just between me and you, was Kevin's ego getting so big he needed his own space, like a storage
Yeah,
area?
and his head is getting a little
He just
large, and we needed
flops
a little bit
around.
more space and room. The ceilings here are a little low for that, even though they're a drop ceiling. We had to
Yeah.
expand and get a little
Yeah.
bit higher ceiling. So yeah,
It's
Kevin,
the,
Kevin, we both love him to death, right?
oh, yeah.
What a great guy he is. But I tell you, he's done extremely well this year. Millions of dollars sold. He works hard. He's been on the road a bunch, and he's pounded the pavement. He's done really well. So
Well, I'll say this: knowing Kevin as long as I've known him, and we just don't talk as much as we used to. But there was a few years there, where he and I were in each other's business on a weekly basis, and because we chose to, like brothers. And I'll say it: success could not come to a nicer guy. So he's looked for it and he found it, and I'm happy for him.
oh man, it was so funny too, because like he called me up, and like Julie, his wife, wanted a bike, right? He had heard about us and the Peloton, and then wanted to obviously didn't want to spend $3,000, and was shopping around and stuff. And so we went to lunch. We met over at Anchors on Brainerd Road, and we had a meeting. He was like, Chris, as we both know, Kev, he's a different person than he was 10 years ago.
Oh yeah,
And God and Julie really, changed that man for the better. And he's a tremendous person. He's always been a tremendous person, but he
yeah.
really has got into his own. But so we're having lunch, and he's like, man, Chris, I'm just struggling. I worked hard, I got my degree, and I did this, and I just can't get the right opportunity. And I was like, anything I can do, let me know, whatever. That same day, the president of the company pulls me in and said, Chris, I know, this is your baby and you have trouble letting go, and this is something you're growing or whatever. And he said, but we really need another salesperson. I mean, it was really, truly unique for me and Kevin just to have that conversation. And then the president of the company say, you need to hire another guy. And I called Kevin up, and he prayed about it, talked to Julie about it, and he took it. And every time, every time he gets a commission check, he comes in here and gives me a big old hug, and it's really I'm like, dude, get off me. You're earning, that's your deal. But he just like, have I ever told you I love my job? And he hugs me.
Oh, dude,
And you know him well enough to know what that means. It means a lot. He's really working hard and doing a great job. So love
that
Kevin.
is killer.
Yeah,
Hey,
he does. He comes in here and hugs me, and I'm like, get off me.
well, maybe you'll leave him at this office when and you can go to the big office, and he actually will have to walk to get your hug or something.
Actually, his office is right next to mine. I saw the layout, and I can't get away from him. He's going to be right next door to me. So
hey, so listen, let's spend just a few minutes, and then we'll wrap it up a little bit. But tell me about your workouts, because I you know we talk about what you offer other people. Now, I asked before you came on, are you like an outdoor guy or a hobby guy? But I had this I had these great conversations with people. My buddy Matt Davis. Do you know who Matt Davis is?
I don't.
You should get to know Matt Davis. I don't know if he could ever help you, but he's a local guy. He's an IFBB Master Pro bodybuilder, 6'5", about 260, 270. He's got as much fat on him as this computer screen. And him and his wife own a train station workout in Cleveland.
Okay.
And he is just a wealth of knowledge, knows everybody around the country. But when I talk to him, if I could get out, I'm still a gym rat at heart. Right. And he's a gym rat. He runs a gym. You're a gym rat. You like going to the gym. That's your workout, right? It's free weights.
Yeah. A little bit of cardio, but free weights, right? Strength training.
So you do the basics? Is your body still holding up through deadlifts and power cleans and squats and all that?
No. I use a lot of.
Y'all notice how he answered real fast on that, real quick.
And I rolled with it.
Yeah.
No, when I go, the only free weights I still use are probably dumbbells. The rest of it are machines, just because of whatever joints.
Yeah.
Arthritis in my back, so I have to be careful. But the machines allow me to still do squats and do the sports barn where I used to work out. They had a great machine for squats that even if I couldn't, if I was to fall or something, it's going to be it's protected, right? But I could get to where I could get several 45s on each side and still do a squat, but it just was a little bit more assistant and not as much pressure with the bar doing a squat, that kind of thing. So I definitely changed over the years, even though you still want to do, I still try to get 30, 45 minutes of cardio in, and then, another 30 or 45 minutes worth of strength training, different muscle groups, front, back, whatever. But no, I still like it. And I hope to always lift for, as long as I can, because I feel like overall it just helps you, especially as you get older, stay strong. My dad's 69, still plays tons of golf, still goes to the gym he's at the downtown sports barn every morning at 7:30, does his little cardio, does his strength training, and he still runs circles around me at 69 years old. So
I talked about this. I can't remember who it was with, but I've had this conversation. When you're in your teens and 20s, you're working out for either size and strength, aesthetics, and how you look, and sports functionality. In your 30s and 40s, you're working out to maintain, and you start probably still playing some sports or some weekend warrior stuff, but you want to play with your kids, right? So
anti-dad body, right?
Well, it's the functional, whatever functional. I love when people say functional fitness, because the definition of functional fitness changes throughout the decades of your life. So I'm in my mid 50s. Functional fitness to me is I can sneeze and stand up at the same time and nothing gets caught. I don't hit the control alt delete button, get stuck like this.
Exactly right.
So functional fitness, man. And as you get older, of course, I want to stay as strong as I can. I'd love to look good, as good as I can. And I've got all those same goals. But, I start thinking about, I don't want to be the guy, if I can avoid it, that is, restricted as much as I can control, is restricted in my movements and in my strength and in my daily activities as I get older.
To that point, when I was younger, especially like high school football, and then you take it from there, it was like, grab it, go as fast as you can with as much weight as you can. Where as I've gotten older, you start fully extending your arms on curls, and you start, doing things technique wise, because your range of motion as you get older, as we both know, it starts to limit.
Yeah.
And if you lift incorrectly, it prevents it. The guys that can't bend their arms, they've got, they walk around like this all the
time. Have to answer the phone like that.
That's right. Exactly right. And you learn that, to your point with functional, you're doing things to help your way of life and your quality of life to improve, because you can't do that anymore. So you're almost like when you're young and you're lifting for others, right? The vanity part of it. But as you get older, you start lifting for yourself because you're trying to stay healthy, maintain
Do
quality
you
of life,
stretch?
strength, all that stuff. Yeah, we talked about that last time.
Yeah.
Yoga, I have to with spondylitis in my lower back. Every morning I do a little routine, and at night floor routine where it's some yoga moves and some stuff that the doctor just showed me where I can stretch the back of my hamstrings and my lower back because that's really where it gets tight. So yeah, stretching is part of my everyday.
See, I wish, and I did stretch again for functionality, but I'd never stretched with the intention of a healthy body. And I wish somebody would have got a hold of, huh?
I said, take a yoga class.
Well,
That
that's
hurt.
what I was going to say. I wish, because I've taken a couple, but it's been a few years. I wish somebody got a hold of me in my 30s and just said, listen, man, twice a week, just get in the habit of go doing a 40-minute yoga class, just twice a week. Just go do it as a habit. Because you would be, first of all, it's going to make your core stronger. But
Right.
as you age, it's going to keep your body so much more loose and less pain.
Absolutely.
I wish, but
So
nobody told me that. They just told me to
what
lift
yoga
heavy.
good is that mirror that you have. There's yoga classes on there, big guy.
I'm
You
about
get
to fire it
2 minutes,
up.
an hour, you
Somebody
sit
sent.
up there and
Somebody
you
got. I got a mirror. I'm a
right.
reflect. I'm about to fire it up and stretch.
So
I'll tell you this. I
yeah,
remember. I can't not remember how old I was. I was in my 20s. But you talk about changing things up. I was squatting, and I had for my weight. I was 194 pounds. My squat and deadlifts were pretty strong. I was squatting and deadlifting
you're strong.
500 plus. And I was squatting one day and I had 315 on the bar and I could rep, 10 reps pretty easy. And a buddy of mine walked up to me he was the real power lifter, right? I mean, he was the real deal. I was mate, but he was the real guy. He said, hey man, let's work out, next couple weeks together. I said, all right, sure. So I'd meet him, me and a buddy would meet him down there. We
Mm-hmm.
put 225 on the bar. That's what I warmed up with for squats. And I
Right.
mean, I just rep them, man. He goes, all right, we're going to do it different today. We're going to do just 5 sets of 10 reps on squats. And I said, okay, cool. He said, you got to do it my way, though. I was like, okay. He said, you go down, you go to parallel, but you don't come up till I tell you to come up. I was like, okay. So I'd
Nice.
go sit. He'd be like, up, sit. And he would wait like 1 second, just a little delay.
It's a little bit of a delay.
Oh my gosh, my legs hurt so bad, man. The reason I tell you that is I learned that doing things different doesn't mean you have to go up in weight. I learned then I could get a different workout every day with the same amount of weight without putting more stress on my back or anything.
Right.
And it changed the way I looked at working out.
Well, you're using muscles you weren't using. Those are sustaining muscles, right? You're holding both a negative and a positive resistance at the same time. So you're using those muscles differently, which a lot of people don't realize. I mean, there's big guys who can't do pull-ups because that particular muscles in your lower or your side here in your shoulders, they don't work those, right? They use the vanity muscles, your bicep, your tricep, right, your shoulder. They don't work their back. So when you try to do a pull-up, you can't do as many. But then you have a guy who might not look as big. He can go out there and crank out
30,
20, 30 pull-ups at one time because he uses his whole body to do it. So yeah, those muscles are that's your negative positive.
Well, body weight exercises as I get older are more important to me right now. Dips and pull-ups.
Yes.
Those to me are the even the body squats, just body weight squats are good for you.
Well, those are my sanity workouts. So we have a little gym here that has a dip bar, and I have a curl bar, the short curl bar with 235s on each side. And I will go in there, and that's when I need a minute. I need I need a minute for myself. I'll go in there and do something that benefits me versus losing my temper or do something else. I'll
Throw in your computer.
crank out and crank out some dips, crank out a couple curls, do some squats, push-ups, things like that, just to something good for me. But it also helps me get kind of refocused and back in the game per se. So
well, that's what a lot of your equipment's doing. It's helping people keep their sanity too, since they can't get and do what they want to. So
you should go on our page. It's really fun to watch, not only the transformations which normally come with fitness and weight loss and that kind of thing, but just the reviews of how their quality of life's better, their mental's better, they've met people that it's just like social media, right? You start communicating with folks you've never even met. So it's really improving the quality of life as well as their physical appearance or their overall health. It's really a cool thing. So
tell everybody if they want to find out more about the equipment, is it just echelonfit.com or
echelonfit.com is our website. Of course, we're in this fall. We'll be in Dick's Sporting Goods, Walmart, Costco, Target, Best Buy, all of the major brands. It's really been a great year. Business is up tremendously, as you may expect in a pandemic.
and it's holiday season.
It's holiday season. We're starting a program in January with Corona. We're going to be the national partner with Corona Extra to do the Premier and the seltzers. So all the packaging will have Echelon on there. Over 10,000 doors will have us kind of co-promoting with Corona, as well as the Mario Lopez thing. So truly, you're going to start seeing us everywhere. And this is a Chattanooga-based company.
Bring Mario on with you next time. Let's talk a little bit Saved by the Bell, man.
I'll see what I can do for Mario, man.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you did that, my daughter would think I'm the coolest man on planet Earth.
Well, I'll see what I can do. Maybe an autograph picture at the minimum.
If you can't do that, you and Nicole and other folks will do. That's fine with me too, man. I'm good.
Right, we'll see what we can do because he does videos for us and all. He did one video when we signed the paperwork and stuff. That kind of, hey Echelon, I'm coming. Excited to be working with you. That kind of thing. It was really a cool video. So he's very personable and willing to work with us. So anything I'll try to see what I can do for you.
Keep him away from Kevin. Don't let Kevin run him off, man.
No, we keep Kevin locked up.
Just release him. He's in a break in case of emergency. We need sales. Go, Kevin.
That's right. Go, Kev.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, man. Thanks for your time.
See you, everybody. Y'all have a good day. See you, Chris.
Take care.